Hepinize merhaba Yaşar, ben Kanin Faruk. Bugün sizlerle beraber Deus Ex Human Revelation Director's Cut oynayacağız. Bu oyunun isminden nefret ediyorum. Hadi babacım, hadi babacım, açıl. Ne oluyor lan?
Adam, I'm getting my team out of here. You have to go to Panchea and stop Hugh.
You and I aren't done with this, Megan.
I know how it looks, but you have to stop the broadcast. I think it's causing the new biochip to overstimulate the vagus nerve, creating terrifying hallucinations.
You mean it's driving augmented people insane?
Yes, and it's up to you to stop it. Use the Leo shuttle. It will take you to Panchea. Good luck, Adam.
Automated systems online. Dara sequence 1, code 1, 1A, preset and ready to engage. Suborbital trajectory plotted. Destination, Panchea. Begin countdown, Mr. Darrow.
Begin countdown.
Başla.
0, 0, 0. Confirm, 0. Countdown commencing. Stand by for the electrodynamic launch assist sequence commencing.
Biz kalkalım o zaman.
Beginning descent.
Nereye geldik babacım?
Jensen, can you read me?
Barely. I've reached Panchea, Pritchard. Any word from Sarah for the UN delegates?
Nothing. The installation went into lockdown shortly after Darrow gave his speech. I can't tell if anyone's even alive. And the signal's still broadcasting.
Meaning no one's safe till I get in there and shut it down.
You'll have to disengage the lockdown first. Look for a master control panel at the top of the tower.
asansörü niye gitmiyor?
Pritchard, Panchea's broadcast center is at the base of the station near the bottom of the ocean. Is that right?
But the lockdown caused all the blast doors to seal. You won't be able to go down until you override them manually.
From up in the tower. I got it.
Ne yapıyorsun burada kardeşim? Ben gireceğim bu içeri. Anıyorum.
I don't think you want to do that, Mr. Jensen. Disengage lockdown, and whatever demons this station contains are likely to come crashing out on us.
Afraid to die, Darrow? Or just unwilling to face what you've done?
Oh, I know what I've done, believe me. I take no pleasure in it.
And yet you still did it.
I did what had to be done.
Sürüyor.
20 years ago, I gave the world augmentation technology. I thought I was giving it a bright future, but instead I gave it the means to destroy itself. No law, no UN regulation was going to fix that.
People are dying out there. Hundreds of thousands of people driven to the brink of insanity because of you.
I had to convince the world. Before today, people believed we should steal fire from the gods and redesign human nature. Human nature is the only thing we have that gives us a moral compass and the social skills we need to live in peace. Destroy it, and you destroy our very species.
Don't paint yourself a savior in this. What you're doing is insane.
Is it? When this is done, the Illuminati won't be able to control men and women like you as they had planned, from the inside out. No one will be able to use the technology I invented to make others into beings they desire. Something we both know has happened already.
You think you're Frankenstein? Killing his own monster.
Actually, Mr. Jensen, I prefer to think of myself as Daedalus, watching helplessly as his child crashes into the sea.
I'm ending this. Now.
You can't. The signal is being generated from the broadcast center at the base of this facility. Panchea's security system has been programmed to protect it, and will kill you before you even get close.
You designed that system, Darrow. You can tell me how to shut it down.
But I won't. You think what I'm doing is extreme. You simply don't understand. For humanity to survive beyond this century, it must abandon ill-conceived notions about transcendence and embrace change. But for that to happen, the hard lesson must be learned. Blood must be shed.
What you're doing is horrific. It has to stop. You can't force people to change. They have to do it on their own, or they'll end up resenting you for it. And doing it like this? My God, Darrow, it's insane.
It is not insane, Mr. Jensen. Tragic, yes. Unavoidable? No. History has shown us again and again that the human race is hidebound and governed by inertia. As a society, as a species, the only way to elicit any kind of reaction from it is through an act of tragedy, a horrible cataclysm. I regret what I have been forced to do, but given what I know about mankind and the dangers facing us, this was the only viable choice.
You've convinced yourself you're right, but whatever moral high ground you're standing on is nothing but a stack of innocent victims. You're trying to justify genocide. All your talk about ethics and ideals doesn't mean a damn compared to that.
Is that the best argument you can produce? Ethics and morality are as fluid and changeable as any human conceit. I'm disappointed to see you are so naive. Look at everything that has happened since this technology developed. Search your heart. You know as well as I do that humanity is on a downward spiral, torn apart from within because people like you can't resist the temptation to play God with your own evolution. Can't you see why we must take the temptation away?
You know, I've always wondered about that leg brace of yours. Why the father of augmentation doesn't have the most basic of implants. Doesn't make much sense, really. Unless he's one of the few people genetically incompatible with this technology. Gotta love the irony in that. It's the kind of irony that can tear you up inside, bit by bit, every day, until you find yourself despising what you're not.
How dare you? You think I've done all this because a fluke of nature robbed me of my chance to become a part of it? I tried everything, damn you. Everything I could think of to change. None of it worked. None of it!
So you had to fix it, didn't you? Take back control, make it like it never was.
Yes! Yes, that's exactly what What have I done?
Give me the codes, Darrow. Help me stop this.
You'll still be in danger. Panchea's security system, much of it is self-determining and lethal. But if you succeed, if these codes help you turn off the system and reach the broadcast center, tell the world exactly why I did it. Explain to them about the Illuminati, the biochip, Panchea. Help them understand that the technology I created will not be a future any one of us desires.
Tahta değil yılanı deliğinden bile çıkartılmış. Ama bu senin öldürdüğün onca insanın
Put that away.
onca insan öldürdün lan. Seni burada bırakacağımı mı sanıyorsun? Totally.
Richard, the lockdown's disengaged. I'm heading back to the hangar to see if those blast doors are open. Have you been able to raise anyone?
I'm picking up several glimmers, but there's too much interference. I think you're on your own, Jensen.
Careful there, Francis. You almost sound like you regret that.
Geçeceğim ama ya, nasıl yapacağım ki ben bunu? Hadi. Hadi.
Access granted.
Buraya girmeyecekmişiz. Boşa girdim anasını satayım.
Don't run! It'll be much easier this way!
En başından ya.
They ruined me! Nowhere you can go! The bastards ruined me! Get away! Get away!
Allah Allah.
I can hear you!
Oğlum lan.
This is William Taggart. If anyone out there is listening, I'm begging you, help. We've barricaded ourselves inside the core server room. Many of us are wounded. Please, save us. Please,
Kardeşim,
save
geliyorum.
us.
Get up! Get up! It's in my...
Sizle uğraşacağım tek tek. Abo. Oy. Var mı başka? İyisiniz galiba. Size sıkıntı yok.
Mr. Jensen, please. Mr. Jensen, how ironic that you should be the one to save us from the monster.
Monsters, Taggart? You mean people? All...
Isn't that supposed to be my line? Unfortunately, it seems your esteemed Mr. Darrow decided to appropriate my point and turn it back on me.
So you finally admit it. You are part of this, after all.
It would be pointless to deny anything now, but despite what you think of us, we never...
You've raised society above humanity. So who can...
Men with wisdom, strength, and tenacity to know what's right. Proven leaders who distinguish themselves like...
I'm not looking for glory, Ted.
Just remember that without control, there's no room for freedom, only an...
I know there's a difference between order and slavery.
The biochip wasn't supposed to force people to do anything. It merely limited power so that people couldn't go on killing...
Amazing how well that...
Say what you will, but I know that some...
VersaLife? And what if...
The Illuminati is just a name to get...
Let me think about it. All of this is as much your fault as it is Darrow's.
Perhaps. But all we sought was a safety valve, Mr. Jensen. A means of making sure the world would never...
Your doomsday scenario doesn't impress me.
Do you think humanity will simply police itself? Not directly. There are organizations already...
Reimagine.
At least somewhat. Stop the signal broadcast and get the word out, Mr. Jensen.
Come on in işi. Come on in işi. Şimdi galiba.
Is anybody there? Can you hear me? I've got survivors here. We've locked ourselves in the machine room. Please! Help us!
Oğlum zombi. Harife bulmadı. Sarı nasıl nereden buluyorum? Koklayarak mı bulacağım anasını satayım? Yani bu aptalı nereden bulacağım ki? Abi siktir et.
What the hell?
Ne oluyor lan? Ne oluyor?
Oh my god.
Water pressure nominal at 173 psi.
Who am I?
Communications web online.
I feel cold.
Drones 1 through 3 within operational parameters.
I don't remember.
Drone 4 disconnected.
Let me go.
Processing.
Oh God, please help me. I'm scared.
Core temperature stable. Processing.
Zhao, what are you doing?
Connecting to Panchaea's Haran project, Mr. Jensen. The most advanced quantum computer slave to the human brain, and the closest to perfection we'll ever achieve. I'm going to use it to hack Darrow's signal and rework the message to our benefit.
Our benefit? You mean the Illuminati's?
Someone has to override the signal and be the world's savior. And let's be honest, neither of us would trust anyone else to fill that role. Computer, begin EEG sync.
So much pain.
Syncing beta waves at 40 cycles per second.
Sleep, please. Let me sleep.
Incompatible master slave chain detected. Alert. Unable to transfer control to Alpha 5.
The system will regulate my chip.
Neural systems offline. Rerouting control of
Bakar ya.
I can't control Iron.
Baba bunlar niye böyle?
Increasing glutamate by 32%.
Zhao, get them out of there. I have to reach the control chamber.
No! I'm in control! I'm in control!
Stop the signal.
Security alert.
Through the primary control hatch.
Oh shit.
security in place. To access Alpha Pod, purge tertiary pods.
I was the one to alter the signal. Once I do, the council will welcome me with open arms.
Contaminant pod.
No! Mother! Stay away! Stay away!
Kill him. You error in system.
Aaron is weakening.
Rerouting connection. Reroute error in system. Rerouting connection. Reroute complete.
Ne oluyor?
Once the weight of their gaze touches you, there is no escape.
Warning. Pod 3 safety purge input.
Do you see where honor and ambition lead you? To a whole mouth.
Warning. Tertiary pods are offline. Primary security measures disabled. Power surge detected. Electrical charge above normal levels and rising. Preparing for discharge sequence. Warning. Electrical charge subcritical and rising. Electric discharge sequence initialized.
I can't take
Şimdi.
Hello, Adam. Welcome to the Edge. It is not the end of the world, but you can see it from here.
Eliza? What are you doing here?
It is my job to monitor and report on the news, Adam. Before Darrow smothered everything with his signal, the whole world was tuned into this place, including me.
The broadcast. I have to stop it.
I know. Please, come closer. Do you know where we are, Adam? We are at the fulcrum point, when society lies in the balance. Hugh Darrow hoped to tip the scales one way, by telling the world everything you already know. About the biochip, the Illuminati, everything. He believed knowing the truth would convince mankind to abandon research into human enhancement technologies forever.
It would certainly give them reason to fear it.
Indeed. Darrow's confession is ready to send. If you want, I can wideband it across all media as soon as you shut down the signal. Everything you worked so hard to uncover will be exposed. But only if you deactivate the broadcast using this control. Alternatively, Darrow's message can be adjusted to erase all mention of the power group known as the Illuminati. I can report that lack of proper regulation allowed vast quantities of neuropazine to become contaminated prior to reaching the market.
Taggart's preference. You think the world will buy a made-up story about neuropazine poisoning?
You might be surprised by what people believe. I can convince them. And having experienced the negative effects of corporate negligence firsthand, a majority of people might force the world to place harsh restrictions on all human enhancement research. But only if you disengage the signal and activate the video edit function from here. Of course, there is another option. This passage leads to Panchaea's pressure regulation controls. Destroy them and the installation will cave in on itself, overwhelmed by the weight of the ocean pressing against it. Everyone inside the structure will die.
That's a solution?
No one will be left to tell the world what happened, Adam. Nobody will be able to spin the story.
Including me.
The choice is yours. Do you believe you have the wisdom to choose an appropriate future for mankind? Or do you trust mankind to find the answers on its own?
3 tane düğme var, 3 tane. Roh kimdi ya? Unuttum ki ben bu Darrow Taggart. Bakayım kimmiş bunlar. Darrow Taggart.
If you do this, the unadulterated truth in Darrow's confession may well convince mankind to cast all science and technology aside, to ensure that future generations grow up free and whole. Are you sure this is your choice?
Let me think about it.
If you do this, first-hand experience with corporate negligence on such a grand scale may convince mankind to enact harsh restrictions on human enhancement research. Are you sure this is your choice?
Ne yapsam ya?
Let me think about it.
Bu üçüncü şey. Binayı patlatalım bence.
If you do this, the world will be left with questions and may never reach a consensus. Are you sure this is your choice? We have
Yes.
little time left, Adam. And might I say, it has been a pleasure.
Diğer seçimleri de oynayacağım.
Do I trust mankind to save itself? That's what Eliza was asking. The truth is, I don't know. After everything I've seen, all the fighting and chaos around me, all I really know is this. Human beings are survivors. These past few months, I've faced many life-threatening situations. I could have given up many times, but my need to know the truth, to uncover the secrets that others were hiding, and to survive, forced me to keep on going. Most of the time, I dealt with obstacles ruthlessly, abusing resources and inflicting suffering before others could do it to me. Detached from my humanity, I may not have done the best thing, but I always got the job done. Thank goodness I'm not the only one out there. Because the truth is, deciding the future for all mankind shouldn't be left up to one man. ordinary men and women will have to decide together what course mankind should take. The kind of people who time and time again have picked and chosen the future in highly practical ways. Slowing change when it's negative, speeding it up when it's good.
Gayet iyi bir seçim yaptı.
Can they do it again? I don't know.
İnsanlık kendi kaderini
But I
kendi
do
çizsin.
know I'm not about to let anyone in this station, myself included, stand in their way.
Şimdi ne yapıyoruz? Bakalım diğer sonlar nasıl olacak?
If you do this, first-hand experience with corporate negligence on such a grand scale may convince mankind to enact harsh restrictions on human enhancement research.
Hadi
Are you
evet.
sure this is your choice? So be it then.
Freedom. To those who don't have it, it's more valuable than gold. But where should it start and end? We humans often think we have the right to expand, absorb, convert, or possess anything we need to reach our dreams. But time and time again, hasn't this led to conflicts with others who essentially believe the same thing? How often, in my desire to reach a goal, did I put my needs first, ignoring others or causing senseless pain, simply...
Abi yok. Benim son iyiydi. Ve bir oyunun daha sonuna geldik arkadaşlar. Diğer oyunlarda görüşmek üzere.